Hello, once again, we're playing Enter the Gungeon. Can you believe it? There's still a lot we have to do. I'm checking on this because I know I checked it last time, but I think we still got like 20 of them left. 16 bullet sharks. 16 bullet sharks. Why so many? Why so many? This is an interesting test. Are we? Let's do like a normal-ish run. Just in case, and it's not going to happen, but just in case we can pull off some truly amazing stuff and defeat the rat and a bunch of other stuff, I think that it would be fun to just go all in. I don't know if we're going to get to the all-in kind of stats, but doesn't hurt to try, right? Now, I need to look up to see if there is any, not achievement, any weapon that unlocks by by flipping all these tables over on one run. Because I have flipped over 500 tables to get the achievement, but that's all across multiple runs, not across just one of them. And if it needs to be across just one of them, well, I need to do some more work. But I don't think I'm going to be flipping tables over. I was actually looking at the achievements for this game, because I was like, oh yeah, after everything that I did on my last run, surely, I've unlocked some of the hardest achievements. Only one of those achievements on Steam had a less than 10% completion rating. Not that the other ones were super high. The other ones were maybe, 12, 15, stuff like that. But it's just unlocking the the 5th level. We got Casey. The 5th level shortcut. That's the only thing that we got below that, which was very strange. I love kneecapping people. Let's go. Bada swing. No, swung wrong. Excuse me. Let's get this guy. There we go. Oh, he survived that. Alright, enough goofing around. Let's get a real gun. But more than that, I was looking at other achievements, right? And most of the other achievements that I have unlocked actually have a fairly decent level of completion. In terms of, like, once somebody has, like, beaten the necromancer, they tend to do just a lot of other stuff. I tend to have done a lot of the other stuff, but I've noticed that it's kind of like the more annoying ones that they don't do. So like for the one that has the least completions, 3.6 as of today, percent out of all Steam users, is to kill 100 individuals. Oh my goodness. You're just gonna throw an abyssal tentacle at me? Like, of course I want it, but I'm not gonna have enough money for that. Why would you do that to me? Anyways, where were we? Oh, I like this gun. I think. I like the square bullets at least. Does that count as liking a gun? Sorry. But yeah, it's killing 100 enemies with the silly, like, while riding the minecart. Also, killing 100 with the chandelier here. It's like, I gotta do that still. Like, there's just a bunch of them that are just... Oh, I didn't hit it right. There's just a bunch of them that are not something that you can necessarily complete just by, quote-unquote, being good at the game. Yeah, that's probably for the best. You have to actually, like, work at them And the oh, come on. Okay, I'll do that. I guess. Oh, well, nope, that's not gonna work. That's probably not gonna work either. Ooh, nope, that's what I thought. Go back. Hey, where the heck are you going? Is that far enough over? Oh, that works? Okay. Even though I can't run through that, whatever. You know what? Don't look a gift in the face, the mouth, whatever. And I just find it interesting that like Gungeon players are willing and able to go so far into this game, but as soon as they encounter just a little bit of like, oh, I actually gotta like try to complete these, no thank you. I find that the funny bit, because like, why wouldn't you? If you've defeated like the Necromancer and you got the Resourceful Rat and like all that jazz, why wouldn't you just go for broke? Like, clearly you have a command of this game unlike any other. Like, why not just keep it on keeping on? Let me pick you up. Thank you. Phoenix? It's not a terrible gun. I don't know if it's a great gun, but it's not a terrible one. Alright. You gotta be very careful that we don't mostly just hurt ourselves. Because like that's really what it comes down to with these games, is that you're gonna hurt yourself way more than you're gonna hurt anyone else. And yes, I do fully intend on hurting myself once before we finish this room. So don't worry, I think that tradition is going to continue. Oh, I think that's an appropriate blank, really? I'm almost good at this level, except for that. I don't have that down on a very good like time yet, you know what I'm saying? I forgot I even had the bat. Boop. We can fire this bad boy, let's go! You gonna tell me how I dodged all those? Because I can't tell you how I did that. Boop. That's okay. Listen. Getting hit once or twice against the Bullet King, it's not the end of the world. It feels like it, doesn't it? But it's not. Like, it's fine. It is, though, worth destroying this, because that does make me feel better. Okay, so that's one piece of the armor that we're gonna need. I think I am going to buy an extra key because they're cheap right now, but I'm not going to open up this green chest because this is not going to be a weapon. It is going to be some other item. I think we're gonna, no, let's do it. Like, I need some passive items that are good. See what I tell you. It kindles blanks, which again, I don't fully know what that does. Because I feel like I've used it and nothing has caught on fire before. And if that's not catching on fire, then I ask you, what is? But what I really like is that we got the first piece of the sorry, I did not finish my sentence there. First piece of the armor of the Gun Knight. Now, I don't know if I have everything unlocked, if I'm being completely honest with you. I highly doubt that I do. A little bit of a dangerous one when you can't see, but that's okay. Oh, that was a good hit. That was a good hit. I thought I was gonna get out of your way there. nice. Okay. You know, I was beginning to think that you couldn't actually set people on fire with this, and it was going to be just a little disappointing, but then he caught, and I wasn't so disappointed anymore. Can I... Listen, anyone who doesn't want to be spoiled for a couple of very old video games, and by very old, I mean 10 years plus, let me know. Or actually, not even let me know, just be prepared that I'm going to talk about Skyrim. And like I say, not super old, because like, yeah, technically it just kinda sorta came out, and like you may be playing it for the first time. And if you are, don't listen to this rant. Skip ahead like 2 minutes. I'll try to keep it to that. I've been playing it through for not the first time. I've tried to play it several times. Could never really get all the way through it, and I'm still not anywhere close to all the way through it. I'm farther along the main storyline than I've ever been. Which, I mean, take that with a grain of salt, as always. Because, like, who knows if that will actually become anything. But, being as far as I am into the game, I just found out that the Stormcloaks, the rebellion, the people who I thought were kind of, like, on the good side? No, they're just a bunch of, like, bag of people. Like, and like, what? How are you gonna do that to me? Excuse me, I hit you. And like, that just caught me off guard. Because I was not expecting that in my video game. Alright, that's a little disappointing, but it was gonna blow up anyways. So, don't blame yourself. Alright, what do we got in here? Anything good? Alright, we got the key. That's about it. Actually, that is about it. Alright. And yeah, so like, we're not so spoilery now. So, feel free to tune back in. I'm sad about that bit. What I'm not so sad about is that, like, I've played the two farthest files that I played on the game. One was pretty much just an archer build, while the other one was my normal sword and board kind of a build. And like, I enjoy, I'm gonna say it, I enjoy my sword and board build more. But I do find that if you ever want to play Skyrim on easy mode, you do archery stuff. Like Skyrim plus archery. Skyrim plus archery stuff is like the easiest game out there. Like it doesn't. You don't even have to try. Like you just sneak around, wear light armor. You get hit every now and then. And you just shoot stuff from afar, and it's just, it's fine. It's very weird to me that people enjoy that. Not because like it's weird that you enjoy easy stuff or that you have a certain like way that you like playing video games. Because like, let's face it, we all do. But like, I know like so many people. Just like turn on the game, like there's memes out there even of it, where like they're like, alright, this time we're gonna do this, and then like, oops, well, went with a ranged stealth build, and I'm like, oh, that's such a boring build to me. Like, I know that so many people are gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, you're using a shield and a one-handed weapon, like, yawn? And like, yeah? But like, it's so much fun. Like, there's few things better than just being able to, like, tank a hit and then just dish it back out. And I wish I could convince more people to do that with me, you know? 1 second. Let's maybe conserve a little bit of ammo. Oh gosh. Did I not just like smack you? I did, okay. I've got nothing to lose here. Actually, that's not a lie. I forgot that they do 1 point of damage, and I don't look at my HP. Ha ha! What great timing. Well, we're 15 minutes in, which means one thing and one thing only. Did we not do this last time? Whatever. Which means one thing and one thing only. It's time for another 3-hour run. Personally, I hope there isn't one, because I don't have the time for that. Let's maybe play better. Like, I was joking around with Casey there. Shouldn't have done that. And I did promise you all, several episodes of Isaac ago, that I would stop being so loosey-goosey with my gameplay. And when you do stuff like that, that's just loosey-goosey. So like, let's cut it out. Another thing about Skyrim, and about specifically the Archer build, because I'm still on the Archer build nonsense. I know, talk about a hot take, right? The dragons are so much more difficult to fight when you don't do the Archer build. I mean, because like you have to when you're a melee character, you have to do a bunch of damage in order to even get them to come down to your level. And if they don't do that, you're just out of luck. Like if you run out of arrows or something, because you're just like, why would I? Oh no! Crap! I was trying to block it with my body. It didn't work. That's okay. I think there's one in the next room. There is. But yeah, outside of those, like, kind of 2 complaints, I don't really have any major complaints about Skyrim. Aside from the fact that it's 10 years and they're still making it for, like, new systems. With, like, the latest and greatest graphics, and I'm like, why don't you just make a new game? Like, why don't you just do something original? Like, I understand, it's a great game. There's other good games that you can make that you just haven't, like, I feel like they haven't devoted the resources, you know? Because, like, there's no way they could have. Not by now. You know how much time it's probably gone into, literally just, like, literally just, and I do mean this, just updating Skyrim for, like, everything? It's probably so much. It's probably just a ridiculous amount of money and resources and manpower specifically. And not to mention just, like, creativity. Like, how many people do you think are burnt out because they've had to make the 14th, you know, port of this game for a system, and for people who already have 3 copies of the game. Now, I consider myself fairly lucky. I have never purchased Skyrim. I was given Skyrim when I worked at Best Buy. It was given out to some employees if you, like, you know, signed up for this thingamabobber, and like I did. I was like, yeah, whatever. So like I don't even have any of the DLC. Maybe I'll buy some of the DLC at some point. Maybe not. Frankly, I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. I mean, it probably will be. It's me. I also, like, some of the stuff is like, oh, you get to build your home more, and I'm like, ooh, I like home building. I haven't done any. I mean, I bought the house in Whiterun. I brought Breezewood, if you will. But if there's more I can do, if you can build your own house, can you do that without, like, a mod? I really don't know. And then, like, after Skyrim, like, after I beat, like, the main quest, maybe I'll go and download some of the thousands of mods that there are. I highly doubt I will. At least not for like a little while. Unless there's like some like total conversion mods. I bet there's some like total conversion mods that just do amazing things with the game. Short of that, I just don't know if I care. Like, I think that's one of the things that also gets me a lot about video games in general. This is not just a Skyrim kind of a thing. People will go and be like, oh my gosh, this game is the greatest game ever. And then they'll be, oh, but you can't play the base game or any of the expansions. You have to download these 14,000 mods. If you don't do that, then you're not, like, it's not even worth it. And I go, but then you don't really like the game. You just like those mods, right? Like, there's nothing about this game that you like if you have to mod it to, you know, high hell and back. That's my unpopular opinion for probably the millennia. And like, I'm fine with that. Like, I'll be the first one to tell you that, like, my opinions on video games are mostly trash because of how I play video games. I don't know if you've noticed from just the stuff that I have on my channels. But most of the games that I have are games that have just hours of replayability, or they are games that that last forever. Like, I like the Final Fantasy games. Why? Because they last forever. I like the Civilization games. Why? Because they have well, they both last forever, and they have, oh goodness, and because, oh gosh darn it. Okay, that's fine. It was a great shot by then. Can't even really be upset by that. What are you doing? Aren't you just a shotgun person? And like, look, like, two of my most played games right now, and this are Gungeon, which, like, no two runs are ever the same on Gungeon, and The Binding of Isaac, which infinite, like near limitless replayability. That was a great shot from you. I definitely thought I was gonna, like, get past your defenses there. And I just, there's some people who say, well, why don't you play more, like, shooting games? You know, multiplayer shooting games, they have, honestly, very similar levels of replayability. Why don't you play that? I don't even really remember this gun. To which I say, I'm just bad at shooters, mostly. Because you're right. But there's... And the reason I do that is because I've never had a lot of money. I've done well enough as an adult. I got a roof over my head, mostly because my wife's grandmother died. It's not because we earned this. We didn't earn this house. Anyone who says that is lying to, like if they're talking about my house. Like, if I ever hear my parents bragging about me, like, oh, they did so good, they got a house when they were in their 20s, blah 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 blah. No, we essentially inherited a house in our 20s because we were given a crap ton of money, and we put most of that money like into the down payment so that we wouldn't have to be paying for this house for the next 50 years. I should be. Who's this guy? But because of that, like, you see me, I very rarely play new releases. Heck, I'm actually, like, on my Twitch channel, which subscribe to me at twitch.tv/thegeekcorner. I'm playing retro games because I can just get the ROMs of those. Because I don't got the money to keep up with, like, the latest releases all the time. Nor do I have a computer that can do it. In fact, I got two computers. that constantly crash whatever games that I do play, which is on the annoying side. There's no denying that fact. I was not expecting. I thought they would pass through one another. I don't know why I thought that. I just did. This looks sweet. Like, so, like, that's why... Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Get away from this guy. No, I don't like this alt sniper. Oh, goodness. I don't know if I like that gun. Does it charge up? No. I don't know. That's fine. I just haven't figured it out yet, you know? Heyo, oh my goodness. Okay, well, this might just be 2 short runs, you know? Which is fine if it is. Makes up for the longest run ever. I forgot that I had a blink, and I'm really glad that I remembered at the last moment. Yeah, like, this gun seems underwhelming. But I also feel like maybe I just unlocked it not long ago. It's got a quick reload time, which is not terrible. Okay. These predictive guys. I gotta remember the enemies starting on this level, they get predictive. Alright, well, you know what? You just get 2 short runs today. I didn't advance very far. I gotta like relearn how to like do the basics on this game because like I'm trash at it. It looks like. But thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit that like button. And until next time, y'all, please stay safe, stay healthy, and I love you.